That is awesome, dude. Look how red he is. That's real animal style right there.
Look at that.
That is a day maker, baby. Oh, look at that. I got an email a few months ago from Captain Stephen Crowder up here in Jacksonville, and he said he wanted me to come up and make a fall trip here to chase these big redfish that come into the Mayport Inlet here this time of year. And I did some homework on them, and everybody just had rave reviews for this guy. So super excited to spend a day on the water with this guy and see what he's bringing to the table. Stephen, how are you, buddy?
How you doing, man? That's a sweet rig.
Thanks, brother. I'm ready to splash it in the beautiful waters of Jacksonville here.
Yeah, man. I think we're gonna get it done today. We got a perfect tide, perfect weather. I know.
Shh. Let's just go fishing. How about that, huh? You know, it's probably been 10 or 15 years since I last made the trip to Jacksonville, Florida. Here, the tides move anywhere from 4 to 8 feet. And just an amazing, amazing fishery. Super excited to get here and put a little time in and see if we can't catch some of those big redfish that make this their home in the fall. Hey gang, today I'm in beautiful Jacksonville, Florida. We're fishing out of the Mayport Inlet. My good friend, Captain Stephen Crowder, you gave me a call, said we got to come do this. What's on the agenda for today?
I think we're gonna go out here and soak some blue crabs and a couple of cut baits and whack some giant river donkeys.
River donkeys.
Our big giant bull reds, some spawners, man. Some
Nice.
big fish.
Nice.
Anywhere from 20 pounds to potentially 40, 50 pounds.
Wow, okay.
Big fish, big fish.
Nice.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be a good time. We'll probably set up on this point over here and send some baits down.
I like it. Let's do it.
Let's do it, brother.
Let's do it. Captain Stephen was pretty excited as we were trying to get in the boat into position. He was noticing that the redfish were laying on the bottom.
That's a bull red. That's a bull red. They're just so low to the bottom, they're actually hugging.
You know, on the west coast of Florida, when I see that stuff laying on the bottom, it's normally bait. But Captain Stephen was pretty sure that we were going to be into some redfish here real quick by what the machine was showing him. So I was getting pretty excited to do battle with them big bomber redfish.
That was fun. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, that's it. Swimming in. Here you go. Take it, Mike.
Oh, you want me to take it?
Take it, Mike. Get to work. You might want to tighten the drag a little bit.
Yeah.
It's a little bit loose. There you go.
Oh, that didn't take long.
That's a little icebreaker. It's not a hero or nothing, but hey, we'll take it.
All day, every day.
Little guy. Almost looks like a slot red.
I was gonna say, he's just above the slot.
Yeah. Here, you want to roll him over to me?
Yeah. Pretty fish, though.
Beautiful fish, yeah, definitely. Look how clear that water is today, man.
Dude, your water is clean. I was just gonna say that.
Gorgeous, man. We haven't seen water like this in a while. Come over here, Junior. She's not a slot. But...
Junior.
Oh, this is Junior, guys. This is just a little dude here. This is a dink.
Wow.
Not a bad little fish, man. Good job, dude. I'll take it. It's a good starter.
That's a pretty fish,
Not
huh?
a bad little fish, man. Nice and clean, seagoing red.
You know, one of the keys to being successful when you're looking for a guide is trying to find that guy that has just this crazy enthusiasm for what he does. And you know, almost every day, every other day, I was getting pictures of these giant redfish as this trip was getting closer. And I could kind of get a feeling that I had chose the right guy to do this with because he was so passionate and so energetic, so fired up to get me on the water and put me on some of these big redfish. And that's what you got to find. You got to find somebody that really, really loves what they do when you're looking for a good charter captain. And right away I could tell Steven was the right guy. He was dialed in. He knew exactly what he wanted to do, exactly when he wanted to be there and how he wanted to do it, and all the pieces were really, really coming together. You know, one of the really neat things about this fishery and all fisheries is how the tide works in your favor. And it was just amazing the way when we first got out here that the tide was just kind of dragging, and Steven just kept saying, hey, this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen. Once that tide starts to rip, those fish are gonna set up on this hump right here. And boy, it was just like clockwork. You know, the minute that tide started to really rip through there, the big redfish just went crazy. I mean, the bite went from, you know, hardly anything to absolutely fast and furious just in the blink of an eye, and it all had to do with that tide. Yeah. I don't think this is the same size as the last one.
No. Generally, the ones out here, once the current starts moving, they're not small. They're usually pretty good sized fish.
Put the old bull bay rod to the test.
Nice. I love that. That's a sound that never gets old.
It doesn't, no, it never gets old. I love it. Doesn't matter where you're doing it, what you're catching.
Gotta love it.
Well, this was on the cut mullet here, huh?
Yeah, man, that's why I don't leave home without either. Some days they want mullet, some days they don't want mullet, they only want crab. Gotta bring the smorgasbord with you.
Oh, yeah.
Is it Mr. Broomtail? Oh, it's a little guy too, man.
It's a little
guy,
Come
bro.
on, dog. Maybe it's a little guy.
That's a little guy.
Oh my God.
It's not bad, but that's
Look
not
at the
bad.
head on this thing, bro. Oh my God. You get to play with these all the time. Shame on you, Captain Steven Crowder. This is a big, ginormous. Oh, there went the rod.
There goes the
That was
rod.
my fault.
Oh, no.
That was my fault. I thought he was calm and he made a burst.
Yeah.
He made a little burst on me. He made a little burst. Snapped the old bull bay. That's the beauty of the lifetime warranty. Look at the size of that redfish, dude. Oh my God. Well, Steven, it didn't take long.
No, man.
To,
No, not at all.
That's the biggest redfish I've ever caught.
There you go, man. That's what it's about right there,
That's
bud.
a big redfish. Circle hook in the corner of the mouth. What do you call them, river donkeys?
That's a river donkey. You got your reef donkey.
Yeah, this
That's
is
a Jacksonville river donkey, though.
Wow.
There you go.
Good God. That is why you come to fish with Captain Steven Crowder right there. Come and get you some of that. If that's not real Animal Central, I don't know what is. God, that's a big redfish. Look at that thing. The tide just means everything. You know, fish are just like people. They're much happier if the food would just come to them, and that's what happens. When that big tide gets ripping, that crab pieces and the crabs and everything start to flush out of that inlet, and that's what turns on the bite. If you're here and you're fishing in the beautiful backcountry here, which there's miles and miles of great estuary here, and you're chasing slot redfish, everything is kind of keyed off on that tide, you know, making sure there's bait in the creeks that you're fishing, making sure there's bait out there at the inlet where you're fishing. All those things really come together to help make for an incredible day of fishing.
You got him, dude. There you go. Good job, man. It's funny how you don't even get excited anymore. You're like, oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's another fish. Yeah.
You don't get excited.
He's like,
I was
oh, yeah.
excited. I just didn't want to screw it up.
Oh, I got one too, man. They
attaboy.
always come in pairs.
I like it. I'm fishing with my tarpon rods, bro. Look at that redfish is doing to the tarpon rod. I mean, these are 50-pound class rods, and they're bending them right over.
Why you heard me say it? I was like, that's why I made that call. I was like, hey man, what kind of rigs are you bringing? Just out of curiosity.
You're gonna need a little more.
You're gonna need something with a backbone.
Oh my God, they're so awesome, dude.
Look at. Hey man, what you got, bro?
A big red dog.
You know what I got?
Big red dog.
A bigger red dog.
You think?
I don't know.
It sounds good.
Oh, I'm just talking a little smack because I can.
Got that pen drag screaming, boy. Oh God, look at these redfish. Jiminy Christmas. Look at the heads on these things. Oh, this one's got a normal spot finally. Finally got a normal one. I didn't think there were any normal ones in Jacksonville. Oh, that's a good one too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, look at the head on that thing.
That one's a tank.
Yeah, that one's a tank. That one's wide.
Yeah.
Of course, this one, look at, that one's a tank. What is that one?
Juvenile?
Yeah, right, yeah, yeah. Whew.
Oh man. He ate it, didn't he?
Oh yeah. Yeah, he wholeheartedly owns that one.
Yeah.
That one's going with him.
Yeah, just let him have it. We got plenty of hooks. That black nickel will rust out and be good to go.
Oh yeah.
Imagine if you went any lighter in the tank.
Oh yeah, no, you wouldn't want to fight these with any lighter tackle than that. Huh? Look at that. And we got a double. There's another one back here.
Yeah. He's over here doing the wobble.
Wobble, wobble.
Hanging out in that current.
That's so cool, dude.
It's a good looking fish, Mike.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Nicely done, Captain.
Yeah, man.
Nicely done, Captain.
Oh, yeah.
You really got to be geared up right to do this. When I was talking to Steven said, hey, make sure you bring some big tackle. So I'm thinking, 20-pound tackle, and he's thinking 30 to 50-pound tackle, and we needed every bit of it to do what we did today.
What's up, big boy? You a boy or a chick?
Look at the head
man.
on that one.
That's a boy, too. I haven't seen him.
That one got a big old belly.
Yeah, this one's blasted.
Yeah.
That one's a fatty. Look at the size of that fish.
Jiminy Christmas, come on.
That's a stud right there, bro.
Hey gang, this week's Real Animals Tip of the Week, I want to talk to you about my good friends at Penn Fishing. My reel of choice had to be something that I could trust, something that was super durable, a great name in the industry, and something that I could count on each and every day. When you're fishing clients and they're paying you to put them on fish, you need reliable tackle, and that's why I chose Penn. The Spin Fisher series is absolutely unbelievable. I've kind of fallen in love with it. This is a complete full body construction. What they did was they sealed the body so saltwater intrusion doesn't happen. And in the harsh environment that we fish in, saltwater intrusion messes everything up. And that's why I think Penns are so durable, because that's what they put at the forefront of their technology. They got HT100 carbon fiber drags in them. The drags never go out. And one of the things that I found, I love to throw artificials. So I needed a light reel in the Penn line to kind of put on some of my smaller bull bay rods for throwing artificials all day. And the great news for you guys is that they have the Penn Conflict. It's the lightest Penn reel that they've ever made. Again, great construction, HT100 carbon fiber drags that really hold up and get the job done. So do yourself a favor and check out the great line of fishing reels by Penn. Streamsong Resort is an amazingly quiet place far from the concrete, crowds, and chaos often associated with other Central Florida resorts. Here, you will experience a modern lakeside lodge offering spacious, amenity-rich accommodations, outstanding guided bass fishing on multiple lakes surrounding the resort, 3 nationally ranked golf courses, outstanding dining, a spa, and an array of exhilarating outdoor adventures found nowhere else in Florida. Come see for yourself why Streamsong Resort is an easy choice as a Real Animal's preferred destination.
There you go, man. Nice work, Mike. You're on. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, right. Yeah, this one's...
You might have a beast on there,
this
bro.
one's got a little more meat.
Shit, we got another one.
Yes, you do. Double your trouble.
You just hit it on the way up.
God, this fishery's ridiculous. That's unbelievable, bro. That is unbelievable.
There's worse ways to spend an afternoon, that's
Amen,
for sure.
right? I mean, think about that. I left my house in Tampa at about 6:30 this morning, and by 1 o'clock in the afternoon, we're here in Jacksonville catching giant, oversized redfish. How great is that?
Perfect,
What a
man.
beautiful day.
Perfect weather,
Absolutely
perfect time.
beautiful day. You are the man, dog.
You got it right today.
Double up.
These broads are doing a pretty good job on this
They're
fish,
right,
man.
yeah, they're doing it.
I mean, this current's not exactly going very light.
No, it's rocking for sure. You're fighting a big fish with a lot of current.
3-knot current right now. With these lighter rigs, and we're stopping them pretty good. Mike,
That is,
pound it out, bro.
that's warrior stuff right there, buddy. That's some incredible fishing right there, Steven Crowder.
Yes, sir,
Nice
man.
job, kid.
No
Nice
sweat,
job.
man.
Big
what it's all about.
bomber redfish.
Big old super tanks.
Jacksonville style, baby. Today, it's really kind of a simple setup. We're using our Bull Bay assault rods. This is the same rod I used in Tampa on the West Coast for tarpon. Again, you know, these fish get so big here and we're fighting such a current. This is a 30 to 50 pound class rod. We're using 50 pound braided line, Spiderwire Ultracast Invisibraid, like always, my favorite line. You said it was your favorite
That's all
line
I
too.
use,
It's
yeah.
really, really good stuff. This is the Penn Spin Fisher 5500. I think that's a good size reel for this. It's not too big, doesn't make it too heavy, but it really kind of handled our big redfish today. I think this is kind of a neat thing, this little clip that you have on here, this little slide clip that we're using to kind of let this thing kind of slide, just 12-ounce weight slide up and down. Remember, you got a ton of current here at the Mayport Jetty, and you want this thing to kind of swing free. When that fish picks it up on this 6/0 owner circle hook here, when he picks it up, you want him to kind of be able to swim off a little bit. And that's what this allows him to do. And that's a really neat setup, dude. I think that's a really slick thing you got going there.
I adopted that a couple of years ago and I just never turned back.
Yeah, that could be used in a lot of places, you know, tarpon on the beach. I mean, a lot of cut bait scenarios that would work really, really well. We're using a 50 pound Berkeley Pro Spec fluorocarbon leader. We've got a big old swivel in here in the middle just to kind of as a stopper for your weight. And that's all we use today. Really, really basic tackle, but big boy tackle because we caught some big fish.
Giants,
big
man. We
fish.
crushed it.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff right there. That's all you need to do what we did right here. You know, anytime you're chasing big bull redfish, you know, the first thing you notice is how strong and powerful they are. You know, a redfish eats and then it turns and it digs and it pulls and it drags, and they just don't have a lot of give up in them. And then when you add that to the size of these bull redfish mixed in with this tide, you know, a 4 foot to 8 foot swing dumping out of the inlet here, you know, it creates a lot of force. You know, I really appreciate Captain Steven Crowder inviting me up here to Jacksonville to spend a day with them. Just a really, really great experience. And I spent a lot of time here years ago, you know, on the Redfish tournament trail, and it's just such a really, really rich and unique estuary. You know, the backcountry here with all of these creeks and canals, absolutely incredible fishing back there. A lot of speckled trout and a lot of flounder and a lot of, you know, slot redfish. And then the estuary out here offshore, you know, with the sharks and the tarpon and the kingfish, big bull redfish. I mean, it's really just a magnificent place that you should come, put a little time in and do some fishing. It's very, very different from most of the estuaries in Florida, but once you figure it out, it's absolutely spectacular.